I was just talking yesterday about this.
To the streets. Wearing Trump's signature red hats, these saying "Make America Go Away."
I stood down as top senatorial investigator under Senator Republican Jim Davis in 2014 because of a plot to kill off 3/4 of our population in a detailed plan of civil unrest, civil war, and motherfucking Russia, China, and North Korea striking us as the world cheers. I've said these words for several years. We have walked through this plan, and this is the end of it. This is the part where we make the world cheer as they strike us.
NATO countries, including France, Germany, and the UK, moving forces to Greenland as a show of support. Over the weekend, Trump threatening new tariffs on those countries, 10% in February, jumping to 25% in June.
You do realize that's a fancy word for 10% tax on the U.S. citizens that want anything from Europe. Europe won't pay a dime of the tariffs. That's a tax, an import tax on you. I certainly hope you know that by now.
Until a, quote, deal is reached for the complete and total purchase of Greenland.
The use of tariffs against allies.
Now he's threatening to use your money to buy Greenland.
Is completely wrong.
And President Trump heads to Europe later this week for the World Economic Forum in Davos. It's there he's supposed to unveil his Board of Peace. Now, one leader...
Here's the good part, MAGA.
They're being invited to join the group that's raising some eyebrows, Russian President Vladimir Putin. This board is intended to help rebuild Gaza, but it seems President Trump has larger ambitions for the group that go far beyond just that conflict. Mary Bruce, ABC News, the White House.
You think, Mary?
President Trump is appearing to link the Nobel Peace Prize snub to efforts to take over Greenland. In a message to Norway's Prime Minister, the commander-in-chief reportedly wrote, "Considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars, plus I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be a predominant, but now can think about what is good and proper for the United States of America." Leadership in the Arctic island rallied support over the week.
That's some funny shit.
This video has grabbed thousands of views since being posted last night. Browning Public Schools...
My bad. Wrong button.
Did he say that? Well, nobody wants him because he's going to be out of office very soon. So, that's all right. What I'll do is if they feel like Costco, I'll put a 200% tariff on his wines and champagne, and he'll join. But he doesn't have to join. If he said that, you're probably giving it to me a little bit differently. But if he actually did say that, but as you know, he's going to be out of office in a few months.
Did you invite President Trump to join the...
Yes, he's one of the people, these are world leaders, and the answer is yes.
He was talking about the French leader Marconi and more tariffs on them. 200% now. So this here's Sparky's auroras. As you can see, they're very purple. Now, they used to be green and white, but now they've gone red and purple lately. That looks like ultraviolet light. I wonder. Never. I mean, I've sailed the 7 seas. And those auroras have always been green and white. Always. Don't care how high you go up in the Barren Sea. That shit was always green and white. There wasn't no purple involved, no reds involved. I see everywhere on Facebook how beautiful it was, but nobody's talking about why did the color of them change. Just in the last couple of years, ask Sparky. On a side note, I think it's kind of funny, scientifically wants to say he couldn't find this shit about what we did. Well, that's because it's not in my name. It's in Jessica's name, for God's sake. It's her property. We dug on her land. She got the heritage site administered to her land, not mine. We just did the digging. Here's what I'm talking about. A bunch of social butterflies. See, I call them out. Not real people. They're just fucking social butterflies. If you're looking at something different and you can't even have it in yourself to question why in the hell is that different, yeah, it's a nice bud. I'm talking about the auroras in the background. Look at this shit. Why is that different? Why is that different? Why is that different? Mr. 333. I've been telling him for years. So's Pollyanna and everybody else I know. Been telling Mr. 333, hey dude, look at this thumbnail. Same guy posted about fucking 3-1 Atlas or 3-eye Atlas there. Talking it's tails pointing the wrong direction. Well, why do you think that is? Because my CME behind the planet is a lot closer. And over the last couple of years, the auroras themselves have gone from green and white to red and purple. Yeah, Mike's awake. Jesus Christ. Look, that's your CME from behind the planet. They left a magnet signature right there. It's very identifiable. Notice the conical hat, little dingly cobra. Yeah, you see the eye. There's his eye. There's a dingly cobra in a fucking conical hat with a little ball on top. Need to see it again? Yeah, it's got a little ball on top, doesn't it? Damn. They depicted that pretty good, didn't they? Looks like somebody saw that before. Kind of like a fingerprint that doesn't change. I don't know what to tell you. But we understood what the hell that meant. Because we'd been looking. Because your moon's doing that to that every night. I don't care how you want to post it up and pin it up. Give me a picture of it on the horizon and on the horizon. And it's flipped. Just like in that picture. Right there. Oops. That's a full ring eclipse. That picture. In the middle. Boop. Right there. See that? It's doing that every night. About 10 to 12 degrees an hour. It'll roll like a little clock in the northern hemisphere. And it definitely shouldn't do that. Definitely shouldn't do that. You do realize when you see from your front porch a wax roll into a wane, your moon is confused. It is a wax and wane nightly. That's a monthly long process to change that shadow from side to side of the moon. It's doing it every night. It shouldn't be happening. Look at your calendar. It's set very specifically to that not going on. You should be able to tell what day it is by the phase of the moon. And you can't if you're looking at both. You might think it's the 5th or the 15th. It's insane. You used to have to jump on a fucking airplane and fly from fucking Australia to New York to see that flip happen. I've made several videos. If anybody's telling you that's normal, they're fucked up. Anybody telling you it's not doing that, you might want to look because it sure as fuck is. It's confounded. Isaiah 24:23, yo. Confused. Wake the fuck up. You might want to check out some of my fucking videos. I'm trying to help you here. That's all I can do. So that magnetic reconnection to the sun, been all tapping up in the satellite belt all morning. And curling around. Looks like your Schumann's probably spiking the fuck out. Just guessing. My best guesstimate. Quake numbers are up. Notice the induction has slowed down drastically. Oops. Nine fives. Yeah, that's a lot of fives. Still early in the day. Bigger are coming. Jeez. Okay. I bought mine at 680. I've used a bunch of it. I'm down to one piece of silver. I'm probably going to offload that thing soon. Give me some buffer money for when I head to Sidonia. Anyway, hoping to get some glass blown today. Boop. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Just fell a couple of pennies. Don't really care. That's a good half tank of gas. All right, y'all. Much love. Remain calm, man. We only need 500 human beings to equal one Earth shield. It's magnetics.